Will, you said there's no sound either. Okay.
Oh, now you have us, Will.
Do we got sound now?
Yep. Give me a thumbs up.
All right.
Give me
Anybody?
a hell yeah, Will.
Can I get somebody? Someone says no sound on the YouTube sound side. What about Will? You said there's no sound either. Okay.
Oh, now you have us, Will.
Do we got sound now?
Yep.
Okay. Will says he can hear you.
Give me a thumbs up.
All right.
Give me a
Anybody?
hell yeah, Will.
Can I get somebody? Someone says no sound on the YouTube sound side. Okay, sound okay now. What about on YouTube? Will, you said there's no sound either. Okay.
now you have us, Will. There you go.
Do we got sound now?
There you go.
Okay, Will says he can hear you.
Yeah, Give me a thumbs up.
All right.
Give me a
Anybody?
hell yeah, Will.
Can I get somebody? We got somebody?
Says
no sound on we got a hell yeah.
Side.
We got a hell yes. We got hell yes.
Well, yeah, but I'm hearing an echo.
Yeah, what did you do to get that on there?
I don't know. Oh, you know what it is? I guarantee I know what it is. It's this. Yeah. There you go. Now I'm good. Man, technology. When we're trying to stream to 4 different platforms and everything else, we need to be like Will and just walk around one camera and do our job.
Hold on. You said there were 17 streams going on right now.
Well, there are. Well,
what's this for crap?
Well,
I'm kidding.
True.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody. I'm glad we have some sound now. And this is why do we do this live? No idea.
Right.
We could just record this.
No, I like the live.
Monitor audio the whole time.
I think
and
everybody
be perfectly fine.
I think everybody joins and back in the day when it was Johnny Carson, everybody joined because it was live, and you never know what would happen. Odd things can happen, and I like that about our show. I love the live part.
I don't like the technical difficulty part, but I get it.
Yeah, you know it. But I think that's part of our laugh fest.
Yeah, it could be.
Isn't that right, everybody? I agree. I like seeing the bloopers.
Bloopers.
At the end of Smokey and the Bandit, I wanted to see the bloopers.
You know, that's what really sets a comedy show nowadays off from everything is when you can watch the credits and they have bloopers go through the credits like that.
Yep.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. Our whole show's a blooper.
I've done it when I've had a cool little blooper, something that happened during filming. I've put it at the end of my videos for years where other YouTubers didn't do that.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden they're starting to do it. When I say starting, they've been doing it for a couple years now. But I've been doing it since like 2018.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know. I always thought it was good. Either way.
Long vacation.
Thanks for joining, everybody.
Yes, thank you, guys.
Greatly appreciate it. Absolutely.
Yep. Thanks for coming back after
thank you.
A hiatus. We'll call
hiatus. Who wants to go first?
Well, this is going to be a free for all.
Here's the funny thing is we've both went out of town.
Yep.
Not understanding or not knowing at the time that we were both going to be out of town around the same time.
That's right.
So that was awesome.
Yep.
So it worked out.
Yep.
But we had so much things going on. Yes, we have day jobs. Day jobs got in the way a little bit.
Yep. And vacation. You got family, so that's important.
Family?
Yep.
I do. Who has time for that?
I do.
I'm kidding. Yes, we all have families.
Yeah. So last week I was in Canada visiting my family.
Oh, how was that a boot?
It was up and down. When there was a memorial we had to do for some aunt and uncle that passed away last year, but it was a good time for the family to come together, kind of a family thing.
How old were they?
89 was my aunt, and he was the second older brother, so like 85-ish.
Okay.
So, but good lives.
Yep.
So we did the urn thing and we did all that. But that was great. But I saw cousins, uncles, aunts that I haven't seen since I was knee high to a grasshopper.
Now, are you allowed to say where in Canada? Where at Canada?
Windsor, Ontario.
Where? Oh, okay.
Right across from Detroit, Michigan.
Okay, so that's okay.
And
so
I went up there.
You weren't all that far from Toronto then, or what?
Well, Toronto's like 4 hours away.
Oh, okay. That's a lot further than I was thinking.
Farther north, yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't see any smoke, no major forest fires.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a bunch of Canadian fires.
Didn't see any difference.
Okay. So when a Canadian has a forest fire, then they just it doesn't travel like United States forest fire?
They all do. But
okay.
But it was great. Right. So that's what I did. And that was great to get away. Like I said, I hadn't been there in like 6 years. So my mom and dad still live there.
Now, do they do reunions every year, or is it just something?
No. Very, very. I mean, the last reunion I think that I ever attended, I was 15.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's a big deal.
But like what, 5 or 6 years ago, you were just there visiting.
Visit my parents and the uncle and aunt that lived there and my cousin that lives there.
Okay.
But everybody else is sprung out.
Why
so.
Canada? Are you from Canada? You're not born
My
in Canada,
parents
right?
are. My whole family's from Canada. Me and my brother are the only U.S.-born citizens because my dad was able, back in those days, 60s, Korean War, Vietnam, they were able
These
to...
old people.
They were able to be sponsored, and then they can bring their... And then stationed, and not far enough, I was in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, is where I was born. My brother was in Detroit. He was right across, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're the only Americans on the Ruckle-Farah side, which is my family. So,
Okay. All
yeah.
righty.
But it was great. But it was only me. Gave me great time to focus on my side of the family.
Hey, we had an option earlier to do a poll. Is that still available?
Sure.
Well, I want to see a poll. It's like, if I would have known Chris was Canadian beforehand, should I have teamed up with him?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Detroit is not a place you want to go.
I have no issues with Canadians.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah. And they're not that kind of... I mean, it's more French Lebanese than it is any of that. So it's not the Minnesota.
So when you went there, $1 is like a couple $1,000 there, right?
So funny enough, right?
So you're like rich when you went there.
Our family has always been ones to play cards, drink, do whatever, right?
Yeah,
And then they say, well, buy it across the border before you come across, right? You have the option to do duty free where you don't get taxed
Okay.
and the money is equal. Well, by the time you get over to Canada, it's actually cheaper
No kidding.
because the American dollar is worth more than Canadian dollar.
Right.
So you end up spending quite a bit less.
Okay, I've been to Canada a couple different times. I was in Vancouver, and we went to Niagara Falls, and we wanted to enjoy it on the Canadian side because you get the better view of the falls, right? Now, this is what sucked. So we went in there and thought, hey, we needed to have some Canadian cash, so we went into a bank, and they did a little swap. We had some cash. We got some, and boy, I tell you what, their bills are really freaking cool looking.
They're nice looking.
They're really elaborate.
Holograms.
Like kind of half see-through and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. We didn't necessarily have to do that because we didn't realize if we used our debit card, our bank would do the conversion for us. Because when we took cash,
that's correct.
And let's say something cost
$35 there.
Let's say something was $15 and I only had $20 bill, American $20 bill. Oh, they'll take it all day long. And they'll only give you $5 Canadian cash back.
Yep.
So you're literally losing money when they give you
but if
change.
you do the credit card side of it,
yes,
the American will transfer it back. So
They'll
if it's
do that.
30, it might be 27.
My bank did charge a small little fee for that at the time. I don't know if they would do it now.
Yeah.
But that fee was much less than us getting Canadian money back changed by spending American money.
And most places over there don't take American bank cards, debits. You can't use American debits because their processing fees, they have to pay Canada, and they have to pay the U.S. credit card processing fees. So they just say, nope, not
But
taking
if you do it,
which is great for me because my mom and
debit-
dad pay for everything.
But if you do debit with a PIN, it should be okay because you're not charged the
You
same
don't have
fees.
an option with a PIN on the
well,
American
then that's their damn
card.
fault.
Well, I agree.
Because okay, so
all right, let's get into the car side.
If anybody ever travels and they see like let's say a truck stop station and they say, hey, this is the cost of gas for credit, and then you can get it cheaper if you pay cash.
That's right.
If you use a debit card at the pump and use debit to use your PIN, that's the same as cash.
That's right.
And you'll get the cash price.
That's
but
right.
if you say no PIN and then do it by credit, you got to pay the credit price.
Yep. And Canada doesn't do the PIN number for American cards.
Well, that is cockamamie crap.
I agree.
Let's
but it was
not
fun.
talk about Canada more. They don't even produce cars.
But speaking of which, that was my whole vacation.
It was awesome.
And
Actually,
then you were driving.
All said, and that is very cool. That is very cool. Okay, now, my time.
What'd you do?
We went to Colorado. It's a lovely state. It's
amazing.
probably
Where at in Colorado?
It is definitely one of top 3 states that does not have a coastline.
That's probably true.
I like some other states. I think Utah is gorgeous. But for some reason, Colorado, driving through Colorado and seeing the mountains and seeing some green. Because you go to Utah, you ain't going to see any green.
Yep.
There's no green.
Yep.
But you go to parts in Colorado, it's very green. And then you go up the mountains, it's not green. You got, I don't know, the mountains are different there. it's one of my favorite, if not the favorite state that's not coastlined.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, I went to an expo. So in the past, I've gone to a couple different overlanding expos. So if you guys following Craving Cars, you know that we're doing a Rigs and Roast events, which is basically trying to bring like off-roaders, overlanders, and all that stuff together. And with that said, I have that other side of things. Yes, we do more on the cars and sports cars and all that stuff, but we're trying to break a little bit more into that other side of automobiles.
Yep.
All vehicle-related stuff, right? Obviously, everybody knows about the van. You may not ever know, but I actually have a Jeep. I don't think people know because I haven't taken that thing out hardly in years.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
And I've known you for a few years. I've never seen it.
But I used to
like my Jeep.
Yeah, there you go. I didn't know you even had one.
Nobody even sees it. Yeah.
So when I got together with Dottie, my wife, we had 2 Jeeps. Okay.
Yep.
And we would go out and we would go off-roading and go on trips together, taking both Jeeps. It's doubling our gas price, but whatever.
Yeah, well, it's fine.
We had 2 kids, so that way, we would take the back seats out so we can fit gear in it, and we'd have one kid with us and one kid, and then we'd kind of swap around. But either way, we only have the one Jeep. Oh, excuse me. And we've had it for a long time, but it needs some work. That's one reason I don't drive very much. It's pretty much all original. It's a 2000 Wrangler. It's all original. But everybody knows we have the van. That's the overland thing that we do now.
Yep.
So we've been going to some of these expos, and that's actually how we met Storyteller Overland, which is what our van outfitter is, who we got it from. And we've been to the Moore Expo, which is in Springfield, Missouri, a couple different times. It's an overlanding expo. It's actually really nice. Is it a huge expo? No. You can run through it in a day, and no problem, right? You can just pay a day pass next time it's in town, or it's when it's up. It's usually like towards the beginning of the year. There's a bunch of expos. There's a tons of these. We were in Flagstaff last year. We went to one in Flagstaff, Arizona. It was the Overland West Expo, and that was probably one of the bigger overlanding expos in the United States, which is why we wanted to go to it.
Right.
It was amazing. But you see vans, you're seeing Jeeps and Broncos and Toyotas and everything, right? And it's just products for everything, build outs for everything. There is a lot of footage I did shoot on that. I know it was a last year show, but things happened. It got in the way. And I'm actually still going to release some of that footage because it's just fun to see.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out if you like to see more overlanding kind of thing. But this one, we went to a van expo. So it's called Adventure Van Expo. Just vans. So it's an expo like the overlanding ones we went to, but it is all specialized in vans. So every vendor there pretty much has things for vans. Now, with that said, there was a vendor that has a bunch of Tacomas with some campers. Minus those guys.
What's your problem with Tacomas?
It was all vans. Not a thing. But a van expo where they had trucks is not a van expo.
Oh, okay. They got more into the truck world.
So they really did have a lot of different companies doing all their own builds. So it was really cool seeing a bunch of builds. It was just cool seeing. So when you go to a thing, they're going to have a booth. They're going to have a product that could be for use for a van, basically. If it's not used for a van, they probably weren't there. The companies that were there that had a couple trucks there, they also built vans out. So that's why they just were displaying their other products was all.
Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff. So it was very awesome. I didn't tell you where it was at. I didn't tell you where it was at. You want to guess?
You said somewhere in Colorado.
I did say Colorado.
Keystone side.
You bingo. That's wrong, actually. It wasn't in Keystone.
Okay. You see? You always throw me off. There you go.
It was in Evergreen, Colorado.
There
if you guys don't know where that's at, it's just basically just, all right, you have Denver. Just west of Denver, you have Golden, Colorado. Just a little south and west of Golden, Colorado, literally only like another 15, 20 minutes or so, was Evergreen, Colorado. It was right there. So just as you start to go into the mountain range, Evergreen happens. And then right there.
Yeah. Everything is good. The good thing about Colorado is you can, on the front side, like from Kansas side, it's very flat. The good thing about Colorado is a lot of elevation changes, and that's where you start to see all the different environments.
Here's the thing, though. When you enter Colorado, it's actually a little ways before you actually start. I mean, I know you're slowly climbing still, because by the time you get to Denver, you're a mile high, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Hence,
But then it even goes up past that.
right. Obviously, as soon as you get past it, and then it
Yeah.
goes, it goes way past that. We were at like 8,000 or 9,000.
I took
feet
my
of
Jeep
elevation,
to 13,000.
Nice.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, 10,000. Yeah,
The
not
highest I've
13.
been-
13, I'd be at.
The highest I've ever been with any vehicle, and the funny thing is, it was neither my Jeep or the van at this point was 14. and some
Yep.
change.
Yep.
But that's,
Well, you know what
But that was Pikes Peak. If anybody had been to Pikes Peak, it's like 14,000.
14,000. Yeah, which is huge elevation change. But
and surprisingly, a Golf, with the turbocharged 4 cylinders,
yeah,
handled it great with the turbocharger on there. Handles it fantastically.
I had no problem with the Hemi.
We
I just
went
needed to run
on one
again.
of the times we went up there was with the Show Me Rally group. The first rally we went on with them when we started doing car rallies. As my wife went on there, they went to Colorado and Denver, and then one of the days we went down to Colorado Springs to go to Pikes Peak.
Yep.
And I remember so many people just like their car was bogging down so bad on the NA tuned engines, but the turbocharged engines really had no real issues.
Yeah.
So I know they're still probably down on power at that point, although even with the turbocharger, but we weren't racing, so we didn't really notice any difference. Just driving, we didn't notice any difference.
But you know what we forgot to do?
Oh my gosh. Thank you to our sponsors.
There you go.
I know that's what you're getting at.
I know. Well, we did. I don't know how we're so excited to be back, to be honest.
Just to be back.
That's right.
And I hope everybody else is. And we're going to look at some chat stuff here in a second here. But we do want to thank you to all of our sponsors, because you're the ones that help make this show happen.
Yep.
And to make our show happen even more, we're always looking for new sponsors.
That's right.
And here real soon, we will have that up on cravingcarslive.com on our site. So if you are interested in sponsorship for Craving Cars Live right now, for not that much longer, it's a lot cheaper than
It
it's
is.
got to be.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to ramp it up just because the cost of everything.
Yes.
I mean, we learned it just printing stuff and whatever.
I'm going to be honest with so far with sponsorship, it's not even necessarily about, we're not profiting off this. All this money is going into the channel.
Yep.
And into doing this, and it's covering stuff. So for the most part, we're paying this out of our.
It gives us the opportunity to give away cameras and give away a lot of stuff, but have great promotional material, support our sponsors. But we are warriors.
Yes,
one of them.
We are warriors apparel. Awesome stuff. Jason from there, he's been on the show. Come back. We do have.
He's got an amazing new line out. Actually, 2 new lines out.
He's got some new colors.
Yeah, he's got all kinds of stuff going on. Yeah.
He's got some new
3 or 4 different Lamborghinis that he's borrowed for friends. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's good. Yeah. He does have one. Thank you, Eddie. If you're ever watching this, thank you, Eddie, for doing that. The wrap on your Lamborghini.
Yeah, that's awesome when you have good friends.
We did
like
some
that.
cool stuff. He had a booth out there. Slammed Branson.
Enough. Yep.
And we have a video on that out there.
Yep. And they're out of Springfield, St. Joe.
Joplin.
Okay.
So. But they're always in Northwest Arkansas.
But they travel a lot. They're trying to get nationally known, so they're always traveling. And then, of course, Paul, thank you for joining us on chat. Kids and Cars, that was my first dealing with a nonprofit. Amazing people. I've been dealing with them since early last year. But yeah, they do an amazing job. They're going to be joining us on a lot of stuff. And of course, Richline.
Yeah, thank you, Richline.
And they do have a big event coming up Saturday. It's kind of a show and shine kind of a deal. Not not necessarily a car show.
Yeah, not like a judge's car show.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. More of just a come, hey, and show and shine. We won't be there, unfortunately. My daughter has got some stuff going on, so I need to make sure that she's fine, and we're doing that over the weekend. So I won't be there Saturday, but what it is.
But other people can be.
That's true, because 5 to 9, they're at Richline and Independence doing a show and shine, and then everybody cruises over to Nolan Road Saturday night, and that goes till whenever they decide.
Yeah, whenever Nolan Road decides to say, we're done. We're done. But
of course,
but thank you, Richline. They've been an awesome supporter, of course, with that, and of course,
timely
delivery service.
Yep.
That's Tim. If you know what, if you guys go to any car shows locally, you probably don't realize you know Tim.
I've seen him.
If you don't know you know Tim, you know Tim.
He's pretty laid back. I mean, he's not front and center. I mean, his truck is front and center for sure.
His truck is front and center. So if you guys don't know his truck,
you'll know it.
And if you're a Chiefs fan, you know his truck.
That's true.
That's right. Yep. I don't think we even have to explain that.
No. No. Yeah, you'll know what it is.
Right. It's all good. It's all good. And
of course, Mod Squad. You know, it's always changing, and we'll figure out where it goes. But the goal is to really start promoting. But the core group's still there, and that's what's important. So we'll go from there.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, what do we got here? I've got.
What are we taking open Q&A?
Oh yeah, Dave already just right now. He says Estes Park is pretty amazing. Drove up through the mountains. Estes Park is amazing. Now, if you guys don't know where Estes Park is, you go to Denver and go straight north, past Boulder, and eventually you'll hit Estes Park, and that actually goes into the Rocky Mountain National Park right there.
Oh wow!
So there's Estes Park, and then if you go a little bit west, you go right.
It's in the west side of Colorado.
No, it's north
central west.
North central.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how far it is from the border to like the next state up, but it's definitely. I think it's. Dave, maybe you know the answer to this, but from Denver, I want to say it's probably less than 2 hours, but still probably an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes or so north of Denver, give or take. Maybe it is 2 hours. I don't know. But either way, if you go west from Estes Park, you've got...
It's a drop down.
You got the Rocky Mountain National Park right in there.
Yep.
Okay, which is kind of on the northern end of Central West. There you go. Dave said Central West. So, yeah.
Yep.
I was right. You were wrong, sucker.
I said Central West.
Did you?
Yeah, you said Central Northwest.
No, I didn't. I just said North Central. Whatever.
That's all right.
You just said yes.
But you know what? This weekend, what do we have going on? Let's tell our fans and friends and family. What are we doing?
Here's the weird thing, because I've gone to the show for years now.
And you asked me about the Friday show.
What Friday show?
Exactly. That's how long it's been. I thought you asked me to go on a trip with you overnight somewhere.
Okay. Well, we would have had to leave tonight. We would have had to leave.
Oh, is that where we're going?
So we would have been broadcasting in the car.
All right.
On the way down to Northwest Arkansas. Okay. All right. So what's going down at Northwest Arkansas on Friday? Because it starts at 8 a.m. That's why we'd have to leave tonight.
Well, let's pack up. Goodbye, everybody. We're out of here.
Let me know. I'll tell you what. Would you guys like to see more car rally type of content?
Where we go and stream it and do whatever.
Yep. So if you guys have ever heard of Express Rally, a gentleman named Scott Huddleston started Express Rally. And I'm going to be honest, if you guys even know him, or Scott, if you're even watching or whatever, I would love to have you on the show.
Yep.
We're gonna reach out to him. If anybody knows him, reach out to him and say, hey, Craving Cars Live is going to reach out to you, and they're going to have you on the show. We'd love to have him broadcast as a guest. But he started a little thing called Express Rally. Now, he does Express Rally like road car rallies, like what we've done in the past, and he also does an overland rally.
Now, see, I think that would be cool.
And I have never gone on one of those, and we need to be on one of those. I don't care if we're a guest in someone's vehicle as we go. We need to be on one of those.
Will, can your golf cart go over mountains and hills?
Yeah,
let us know.
Come on, Will. What do you got? And reason being is because they're going to go some places that the van's not going to be able to go there.
They're going deep.
I'll have to have my Jeep.
Yeah.
But they also do some like Colorado, New Mexico, where he said, stock vehicles, including the van, will probably be okay. They'll have a little bit rougher trails if someone has the option they want to do that, and then they have the easier trails. So maybe we could even do that and take the van. I don't know. We're going to talk with Scott and hash this out.
Yeah.
But they do their car rallies. They are magnificent. It was the very first rally that I've ever taken the Porsche on. I had that thing not even a week, and I was driving down Northwest Arkansas to go on one of those.
Yeah, you've always talked about Express to me.
Express Rally. So they're doing a fun little one-day thing on Friday. If you're in Northwest Arkansas, you're just going to have to look them up. Just look up Express Rally. They're going to have a thing on there. You might have to get an invite to a private chat group. But either way, they're doing a full, just like a one-day little jaunt. They're meeting up for breakfast. They're going out to a lunch at a pizza place somewhere. They're coming back, and they ended at a brewery in like the Fayetteville area, and then you go your own way after that point. But I mean, it's just a fun little way to meet people that do the rallies, and you'll get to see how cool the groups of people are that do those kind of things. I mean, you really kind of become famous. I did one express rally. We had Scott House. I did this thing a while ago. I say a while ago. It's kind of been a while now.
2 years?
I did it for 3
2 years?
I did it for 3 years. I haven't done it for. It's been less than a year now, technically, since I left. But we did a little. I was part of a little podcast called Driven Radio Show. Some of you probably already know about Driven Radio Show because you're probably listeners of it. Brought you over there when we. It's a great podcast.
Yep.
Guys who watch it right now.
And they're good people.
Brett Hatfield and
sure.
and Mark. They still do it. They just have a different platform. Didn't need me. I stepped out. Actually, I just talked to Brett not that long ago.
Yep. We talked about the another event we're going to be doing this weekend, but we'll cover that.
Yep. He said he likes what we're doing, and we like what they're doing. It's all fantastic.
Different formats. That's
right. That's right.
That's it.
Well, he's doing straight podcasts. We're doing the video thing. So either way,
we like to be live with our audience.
Yes. Either way, we had Scott. That's how I met him at the time. He invited us to go. I said, "I'll tell you what, I can come out." I was going to take my golf. I was like, I just want to just go to film a little thing to kind of show people what it was all about. He does have his own media crew and all that stuff that does little official things. But then I bought my Porsche, and then I was able to take my Porsche. So we went there, went on the rally. And as a matter of fact, you can go back on Craving Cars. This was in 2020. There is a couple different videos.
I've seen it.
Out for it. It is probably the best rally video I've ever put together. I've got a short little 2, 3, 4 minute video I put out, but there's a full episode video of the weekend, of the whole weekend. You guys really need to watch it. That is what rallying is in a sense. That kind of car rally is all about. The events we got to go to Hallett Motor Racing Circuit in Tulsa. We got to go to Dallas Motor Kart Complex outside of Dallas. And we were go-karting. We went to Texas Motor Speedway in Dallas. We were taking the loop, the same loop that NASCAR goes on and Indy cars go on, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff, and just the camaraderie. I met these guys. I'm still in loot with them today. Matter of fact, that's how I met Jason from We Are Warriors, because he was on that rally.
There you go.
And we are friends with him still to this day.
Yeah, we are.
And that was in 2020.
Yep.
So that was in the hectic times of...
Yeah, and speaking of rallies, racetracks, NASCAR, whatever, right? We have another group that we're going to be working with. Non-official yet, but we're getting there. Yeah. The I-70 Speedway.
Yeah.
A lot of money has been put into that here in Kansas City.
They're finalizing, and actually, I want to say...
I think it's September.
September, October. It should be completed.
September is when they're looking to do their pit lane car show.
Their pit lane car show. And then what that's doing is basically a celebration of the drag strip finally being open.
That's right.
That Kansas City area here, besides having to drive all the way up to Topeka, is going to have a quarter-mile strip.
Yep. And in case you don't know where that's at, if you left from Kansas City going to Columbia, maybe an hour into the drive.
It's just outside of, you pass Grain Valley, and it's close to, it's close to Odessa.
Yeah. Even past that, actually.
Just a little bit past Odessa.
Yeah, it's past that.
I think
but anyway, where you used to see the big Bigfoot sign, where you can go there and do the Bigfoot.
And they have a whole new sign there. They have a whole new I-70 Speedway sign
They've done a great job. The actual official racetrack looks amazing.
Yep.
And the drag strip is now being put in, and they're looking to have something great going on there.
Someone said, yay, I-70 Speedway. Oh, Dave said, yay, I-70 Speedway.
Yeah,
yes.
It's been a big deal. A lot of people that in the car community know about what's going on.
Months ago, I'm trying to think when it was. Towards the beginning of the year, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably February.
They did a get-together with the financial backers of this.
Yep, I went there.
Of the drag strip.
I was there.
And we were both there, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we went there. You were helping parking. You were helping parking people.
I know. I had to go out there and help park. It's like they didn't expect that many.
They had no idea. There was a couple hundred people there, easily.
That. And that's a big property.
They had no idea that there was that much, because when that was no longer, they had KCIR.
Yep.
When that was no longer, I mean, we had one place and people had to drive from this end of town, had to drive over, I mean, when they're pulling a trailer, it's almost 2 hours away.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Topeka. It's a great track.
And you know what's going on with Heartland. So you don't know where that's ever going to settle. So
yeah, who knows? It's whatever. I mean, as much as they're known for their drag racing, they have a road course out there, and I hear more people talk about more the road course than anything else at this at this moment.
Yep. They're paving it all now. I talked to them yesterday, so excited.
That now I don't know that the drag strip out of I-70 Speedway is going to be ready for any big event this year, but they will be ready to start rinking in next year.
If you look at the links, and I'll repost them they sent, they've graded everything.
I only say that because it's starting to come out like when fall is pretty much going to hit.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Then nobody's going to be there. So now
there will be. Well, you know how Kansas City is. You never know how many good days we're still going to have before winter hits. So guarantee there will be some just smaller event type of open track days stuff.
Yep.
But we are going to have some major events next year.
Definitely, and maybe we'll do the kickoff one for this year, introducing kind of a what they're calling is a pit lane car show.
Yep.
Kind of a deal. So working on that with them, which is a great deal. So.
And I have a feeling we'll make it to a lot of their major events.
Yeah, for sure.
Or which ones they have from this point on.
No doubt.
Also with that said, we need to get down to the Ozark track one day.
I agree. Has anybody that's online with us right now been to the Ozark track? Drove around it, seen what it's like?
I've talked to people who's been on it.
Yeah, so have I. But that's always questionable.
But we need to go there for ourselves.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying
take the van.
I'm not saying I need a heavy track day. We need to be there to show people the track.
Yeah, can I get my car back?
Do you want it back?
Yeah.
At this point, you're going to get your car back before you.
I am. No, August. It'll be done by the end of August. I already got it all done. It's already in the works.
I thought it was supposed to be by the end of July.
Well, I know, but, delays. Rain delays.
Rain delays.
That's right. But it is. I'm excited to get it back, but, a lot of moving parts. But, everybody's just backed up. So.
Okay. All right. Well, it's just what
that's the goal. But this Sunday.
This Sunday, yes.
This is big for us. This is very big for us.
I think this is the biggest show that comes out of it. This is a partnership show.
Yep.
From the Kansas City Automotive Museum and the World War I Museum. There are some other backers behind it.
Yeah.
But those are the two biggest. Those are the ones who started the show. It's the Kansas City. This is the Great Car Show.
Yep.
You like how we said that? The Great Car Show.
You want me to give you some effects?
Yeah. Do we got some cheers in there?
I don't know. Do we have any? Probably not.
What do we have?
We don't have.
Do you have anything?
I got nothing.
You had crickets from me earlier.
I know. Where'd it go?
Well, there's the crickets. All right. Yeah. There we go. Woo.
Is that not working? I guess it's not working.
I hear it.
Oh, do you hear the effects?
Just the cheers.
That's right. No, I got that. Anyway.
Who knows?
We're going to be there Sunday.
With you.
Early?
Sunday. This Sunday, we got the Great Car Show. This is at the Liberty Memorial World War I.
We'll have
Memorial.
Stella the Craving.
Did you?
Hey, Stella!
Stella! I was going to yell into the mic, but people are like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
No, it's Serenity.
I know, but I call it Stella.
Stella.
I like Stella.
Is it
anyway? The van the media van will be out there.
My wife may have something to say that.
I know she will. Is she online?
The Great Car Show is exactly what it's titled.
It's an amazing show.
Is a great. No, it's not. It's great.
I think it's amazing.
It would be called the Amazing Car Show if that was the case.
All right. Well, okay. It's a great car show.
Great's a good word.
It is.
It's a fantastically great, amazing car show.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. So we're there Sunday.
We are there Sunday. If you guys want to have an idea of the type of cars that show up to the show, you need to see our video that we put out last year.
Yep. And you posted it.
Yeah, we posted it recently.
On it. But
if you didn't see the post, you know where you can go?
Craving Cars
on YouTube.
There you go.
And you'll know where that's at if you've subscribed to the channel.
Yep. Or our Facebook.
If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go to Craving Cars on YouTube.
Yeah.
And hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you can get notified when videos
ding,
get
ding,
uploaded.
ding, ding, ding.
That's right. But there were some pretty kick butt cars.
Oh, it's everything.
And we're talking like it's from 1920s
yeah,
up to brand new sports cars,
Yeah.
supercars. There was the guy who was a super fast Ferrari
Yep.
super fast there,
Yep.
800 horsepower, V12.
Yep. Now,
Come
you don't get a
on.
lot of the low ones because it's in grass, right? But I love the grass.
You know what though? But there was quite a bit of sports cars that sat pretty freaking low that still showed.
Yeah.
What do you mean you like grass?
Slow. I like grass.
Yeah. What kind of grass? What kind of grass you like?
Green grass.
Green grass. Yeah.
Kentucky blue.
Kentucky blue.
There you go.
Okay.
That's actually a true grass. I don't know where you're going, but okay. But we're going to be there. The van's going to be there. We're going to be doing live interviews. So anybody that's going, come up to the van.
We will have the mobile apocalyptic Serenity studio there.
Yep.
Hopefully facing the right direction so we can
microphones, everything. Sit in studio with us. Do an interview. Bring whatever you want to showcase, and
we're also going to be walking around a little bit too,
doing some live walk arounds.
Doing some live walk arounds, and of course,
if you've seen our slam,
we typically put a little bit of a static video in there too. But that's okay. That's to be expected.
If you saw our Slam Fest live stream,
Slammed Enough Branson,
there you go.
You'll get a good idea of what we're talking about. Only these will be a lot different kind of cars.
Yeah. A lot of great things out there.
These will be. I mean, there was stuff that I was walking around last year, and I've gone to the show every year except for 2020. I think they didn't have it in 2020.
Yeah.
But either way, since 19,
and we're looking good for weather, right?
Decade 2, I've been going to this show. No, I've been going to the show since I think 17, 18, no 18. 2018 was the first time at the show. It is a fantastic show. Now, every year I go. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, if you've been to the show, I've seen all those cars before. Every year I've went, I see new cars. I see different stuff. I mean, you might see some similar things, but I'll see clubs even that show up that weren't there from the year before.
Yep.
The Porsche Club actually showed up in the last one, and I remember, I've never seen this many Porsches at this show before. But I've seen some from a bar find.
Even one-offs.
Some guy had a barn find Porsche 356 there that was all original. Looked a little rough. But that's what made it cool.
Yeah. Well, and there was another barn find. It was I think it was a 1992 Supra barn find. Just
look good too.
Still covered in dust.
Yep.
Ready to rock and roll.
Yep.
So
we had all kinds. There was all kinds of really good shows there.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay. You're not wrong. Will from Will's Wheels has commented on our live broadcast, and he said that the Great Car Show is a lot like the Kansas City's Concours d'Elegance.
Oh, the Elegance.
That's my fanciest voice I have. Was that okay?
No, it's
like lifestyles of the rich and famous. I probably made some weird faces.
That's
trying to do that.
Will, I'm sure, is laughing. But no, and it is. So. To be honest, that's what it feels like because you're in the grass.
Every
there
car
are some amazing cars, and they
man.
escort every car in and park them.
Yep.
They really do a great job.
They really do. And I want to thank all the sponsors for that show, too.
Yeah, definitely.
Whoever they are this year, guess what? We'll cover that on Sunday.
For sure. So look for us. You'll see the Craving Cars Live banners flying.
Yeah, you will.
All over the place.
I got something to show you, man.
Oh, I hope so.
I went to this thing in Colorado called Adventure Van Expo. Have you heard of it? Matter of fact, let me tell everybody about it.
What if I said yes?
Let me tell everybody about it, because I don't think we've talked about this thing yet. No, either way, there was some really cool just things for all vans. And they had like umbrella flag type post things that mount to roof racks.
Why not? We keep talking about this.
But I got pictures to show you this time.
Oh, okay.
So we
I was just gonna wire tie the pole to your ladder.
Oh, I was gonna hire some kid to hold the flag the whole show. That's okay, right?
I think so. I think 16 wire ties and some cushion that'll hold.
Dude, I think like $2 or $3 to a 10-year-old and a sandwich. We'll give him a soda pop.
That should work.
Should work out pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
Anybody know a 10-year-old that's willing to hold a flag for
that's great.
6 hours? 7 hours. I apologize. The show's for 7.
Yeah, but it's pretty strong wind gusts at times, so they got to be pretty hefty.
I hope so.
We're gonna strap that pole to the side of the ladder, and
I really
feel
like the show's going a little on the wrong end right now.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Anything else we got going on
for this weekend?
No, but definitely everybody go check out Rich Line's event, and then go to the Nolan Road Cruise on Saturday.
If you've never been to, or if you guys don't know Nolan Road, matter of fact, I did a video on that. Okay, so.
It's you know what? That's turning out to be a really great thing.
The Nolan Road Cruise thing was something that was when I was a teenager, was still going on. It wasn't. I don't feel like it was that much longer afterwards. It kind of just died out. It trickled
wasn't
out.
there though, was it?
They just kind of
It was farther down towards the dealerships.
It would no.
No, right
Nope,
there.
Never went down that far. Never went down. 35th Street was probably the furthest north it went.
Okay.
And went all the way down to like 40 Highway. So give or take. All right.
Yeah.
But that was kind of the hangout.
The
Not
cruise.
necessarily. You didn't have to have a fancy car to go to
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But it was still the cruise. Everybody hung out. That was the thing. I don't know when it died out. I just remember at one point going, "Oh my God! I remember used to be a cruise thing here. When did that ever end? I don't know."
Well, you know what I think what happened, because this is typical, is there was a lot of drama that happened, and then the city said, "Nope, not doing it anymore." And now
they just
bringing it
enforced much
back,
more.
the stores and everybody making money off of it are saying it's a good thing as long as we don't have problems.
Right.
And that's the whole thing, as long as you don't have problems. And
It's
I
always
can
the
tell
thing,
you
isn't
the
it?
organizers and people involved, because we deal with all of them, do an amazing job.
They do. They really do. I think that's been a great thing.
And the Independence Police support it.
That was kind of a welcome
They
back.
can meet their quota
It
on
was kind of-
burnouts and
it was-
reckless driving.
It was kind of like a COVID thing, wasn't it? That
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
that helped
yeah.
bring it back.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, people can stay in their cars.
Yeah.
And still hang around and do stuff.
Yeah.
But now that that's kind of passed, we can actually hang out.
Yeah.
And
I
do
mean, it's
stuff.
really grown over just the last 2 months.
I did a little bit of a welcome tribute video to welcome the Nolan Road Cruise thing back.
Good.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about when we say Nolan Road Cruise, guess what? There's this YouTube channel called Craving Cars.
You can find out all about
You
it.
can go back, check out the Nolan Road Cruise
That's right.
video.
Our good friend Sean, he's there all the time.
Will's Wheels has been there. There's been media photographers there.
I just saw his last video. Great job on that, Will.
Yep. And so you can check out a lot of stuff that goes on at Nolan Cruise.
And another one I want to give a hint to coming up in, I think it's September, October. If you haven't heard about it,
That's just around
Wayne's
the corner.
World.
What?
Wayne's World, exactly.
Wayne's World.
They're one of the
Wayne's World.
A
Party
couple of
time. Excellence.
Yep. a couple of the guys that I've been talking to trying to get my Jeep fixed,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Good luck
they
with
reached
that.
out,
Yep.
and so then all of a sudden it was a conversation. Oh, because I used to go all the time when I had my World War II motorcycle and all that. I used to bring it there, and I've been there a couple times.
One of these
since
days
that.
we'll shoot some of the stuff.
No,
you
we're
do
going
there.
this year.
When are you
They
going?
already committed us. So normally what they do, it's private property
What's okay? Let's stop. Wayne's World. Let's
Yeah.
finish that conversation.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Wayne's World. Like, what are you talking about? Is there a show, a Wayne's World show?
Yeah.
Is that what you're about to talk about? A private show?
Yeah.
So did I interrupt you? Explain something, thinking you were going somewhere else?
Did you pay attention? It's called Wayne Stock,
I'm sorry.
but it's all based around the theme of Wayne's World movie production cars. So
Okay.
you'll see everything from
Okay.
the Smokey and the Bandit 18-wheeler, all the Trans Ams, Blues Brothers, Ghostbusters, all the movie cars go there. And
Well, then
it's
we have
on,
to go to that.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And they have tribute bands. They'll do either AC/DC or whatever. So be looking for it. We're gonna be promoting it because we're gonna be involved. It's been going on for a while.
I like your style, man.
I know.
I like your style.
Yeah, it's between Independence and Buckner.
Okay.
Just to give you an idea where it's at.
Okay.
So
I'm excited about that.
we'll post it on our website and Facebook.
We'll do some website.
But it's amazing.
Posting of the website.
Yep.
We do have another show that I'm pretty sure we are going to be attending at the very last Sunday of this month.
Is it ours?
No.
Which one?
We did it last year.
Okay, we don't need to
We're like,
stall.
what? There's way too much time.
Yeah.
The Auto Beauty Center
Yep.
car show.
Yep.
That's probably
Casey Showdown
that's,
event.
Is that one
I
of-
think it's like the 27th.
it's the 30th.
Okay.
So it's the
Yeah.
last Sunday of the month.
Yeah.
Last week of the month.
Yep. That's always a good turnout.
That was a really good turnout last year.
Yep.
And that was only the second year of that particular show.
Yep.
And I will be there. Besides, obviously we'll be there. But besides the Craving Cars Live, blah blah blah
Mod Squad will be doing the entertainment side of it, that kind of a deal.
Yeah, and then we've got alloy wheel repair specialist is the day job. So we'll have a booth there and all that stuff too. So.
H&R Block will be there. I'll do the taxes.
There you go. Anybody late on their taxes or had an extension? Right. Go see Mr. Ruck.
Yeah, tell me. Yeah, come see me. I'll take care of it. You don't want me doing your taxes.
You might want to sign something, have them sign something and take responsibility.
That's right. But you know what? I'm excited to be back. It's been a good downtime for us for the last couple weeks. You know, you got to spend that family time, which is always why we give our wives credit and our families credit.
I will say thank you to our most loyal followers and supporters, our spouses. Thank you to our wives.
Yep. And our good friends always joining us every weekend. You know who you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. So, who are they?
But the good thing is that we have the YouTube side going on now, and I get more traffic.
Let's hope that's going on.
Obviously, you got a lot of fans on YouTube.
I tell you what do you like? What do you like? Do you like to see the streaming more on YouTube, or do you want to see it on our website, or do you want to see it both? Does it really matter to you? What do you like best?
Yeah.
We're starting to poll right now. Comment down somewhere in the chat.
Yeah, do that.
I'll tell you what. If you're not seeing this live, comment in the comment section down below. You'll be able to still comment on there.
Yep.
If you're seeing it afterwards on the website, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know where they can comment at that point.
What's Sean saying?
But we can go. Sean says hi.
No,
Will needs to be on. Hey, Will,
hi,
we need to get you in the studio.
Yeah, we. You know what? We got to do that.
Yep.
We need guests for sure. And if anybody wants to be a guest, something they want to talk about,
we've had some guests lined up, but life gets in the way.
It's rescheduling.
So I hate the fact that we're rescheduling people, but we're going to reach out to a lot of people. But then again, if you have some suggestions, someone would like to be that guest on the show. To be honest, do they have to be completely automotive related?
No.
But obviously there's going to be something we're going to talk about that's automotive related with them. Matter of fact, I think I have someone that's going to be on it, and they don't work in the automotive industry. He's a big car guy. He's a big Formula One guy, and he plays soccer
for a nationally known.
Yeah, he's a professional soccer player.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to have him on the show.
And I guarantee we're going to be talking football.
That was a good surprise.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what we're going to do now.
What are we going to do?
So if you've been paying attention to the show, right, the first people or first person to I'm trying to think of how we want to do this.
Uh-oh.
Message us.
He's scheming shit here. I don't know what he's
Message
doing.
us on our Facebook page, Craving Cars.
Okay.
Message us there. You'll receive a brand new $200 webcam if you say what Corey Pratt's nameplate says. Do that. If you look at his shirt or my hat, you're going to see two signs, and you'll see what it is. First person to message us.
Do I have to get closer?
No, they should be paying attention.
Okay. All right.
They should see it.
All right.
So there's a reason why we did it.
It's really not out of the ordinary what it says.
Well, yeah, but it is.
Maybe I should have put
You
something
spelled
weird
your name
on there.
backwards.
Maybe you spelled it backwards.
So first message we get, and I'll know it because it's timestamped. So you'll get yourself a brand new $200 webcam, and you can join us on the show.
Why not?
There you go.
I mean, why?
We're givers. We're givers.
I know we didn't have a particular automotive story in the latest of car talk and news.
Yeah,
but it's because it's kind of more of a
catch
welcome
up
back
on
after
life.
3 weeks.
Yeah, right. But you know what?
We're
Looking forward to seeing. I know. Hopefully, Sean, your car is going to be at the Sunday show. Will, I know you're going to be there. Please stop by the van, talk to us, hang out, do an interview with us, but we need to get more guests on the show, so I don't have to look at your face all the time. And
I'm assuming
come with a reason what we're doing.
We started straight out of the box with guests, and the thing is, we didn't want to promise guests if the show wasn't going to be produced that week. So it's like we kind of laid back a little bit, and
they push back too, right? I mean, life changes. I mean, we've had to move 3 or 4 around, so we got to get them back on, and that's the goal. Is go from there.
We got some people in mind. That's all good. We got a lot of people. Maybe we have you in mind.
You think? We have somebody.
And to be honest, they don't. We have the ability to stream live for people. Nobody has to be necessarily live in studio all the time.
That's
It
right.
is kind of nice to have everybody. So if you're local, we're going to probably invite you live into the studio. But if you're not local, you don't have to necessarily travel to be live in the studio. But it's always cool to see people in person.
Should I see if anybody messages?
We're gonna get some stuff. We're gonna get some stuff. What kind of stuff do you want? How about this? Do we have any suggestions from anybody out there? What kind of things do you want to see Craving Cars Live do more of? Do you want more live shows? Do you want more live? Do you want us to broadcast more live events? Do you just want to see our weekly live stream podcast like we're doing right now?
See our pretty faces.
Yeah. Hold on. Is this it? Okay. Maybe not. Maybe that's not it. Okay.
Sorry, now we're working.
Dave is going to stop by and see us on Sunday. Thank you, Dave.
Good.
He says he doesn't really want to be a guest, but
that's fine. You come by and hang out with us.
It's okay. You know what? Yeah. Hang out. You don't have to be on video. You know how many people I talk to with the cars and I want to interview about their cars, and they're like, "Well, I just don't want to be on camera."
I don't know what to talk about.
That's okay. I'll tell you
if
what.
You were sitting in their house, they'll talk about it all day.
So what I typically do, I'm like, I'm going to tell them about this. Am I telling them the right things? Matter of fact, it doesn't look stock. Why don't you tell me about your car? Then I'll tell them about the car, and then you can stay off camera if you don't want to be on camera.
Right.
It's okay.
Everybody gets camera shy.
It's okay.
Yep.
But I know there's a lot of things that we're breaking into a little bit more of. And matter of fact, some of that is also some individual type of collections.
Yep.
And
Spotlight.
and car videos and things of that sort.
Yep.
So we're going to also be looking for that on this great car show.
Hey, and great job on the Hellcat.
Ooh, guess what? We have a new contact.
On the Briggs and Roast, the Hellcat.
Oh, yeah. What do you guys think of that?
Great video. That was awesome.
I mean, I don't know that. Here's the funny thing is.
I showed my mom and dad in Canada the video.
They
were blown away.
America's Most Wanted 4x4.
Yeah.
Built that, right?
Yep.
You know, that's the lowest. Hold on.
Is it the lowest views?
That's the lowest horsepower vehicle that they build. And it's 707 horsepower.
Well, I thought they had like 3 versions.
They have
had
3
like
versions.
A 6 and
they
a
have
7
the
and
Hellcat,
1,000.
They have the Hellcat.
The
They've
Demon.
got the 840 horsepower Demon and the 1,000 horsepower Elephant.
Yeah.
That's the lowest one, and
That's
it's
stupid.
707 horsepower.
I don't know how you can get all that through that powertrain. And and you showed it on the video, right? The whole powertrain.
None of that powertrains. It's their
Rubicon.
It's their Hellcat 8-speed automatic transmission. It's a Dana 60 front, a Dana 80 rear.
Ooh.
Re-geared, and the only thing they reuse on the Jeep powertrain side is the transfer case because for some reason
it
holds up.
Yep.
That goes to show you right there that if you have a Jeep, JL at least, because they're all JL models, Gladiators and stuff, you ain't gonna break that transfer case. If it's not like completely upgraded, if it's all stock powertrain, that transfer case is gonna be there forever.
Yeah.
If a 700 plus all the way to 1,000 horsepower vehicle handles it with 0 issues,
Yeah.
Your 200 and some horsepower V6 is gonna be just fine.
Yeah, you should be fine with the
Yeah,
with
you're
the
gonna be
stock
just
one.
fine. That just goes to show you that Jeep does go out and beat the crap out of their stuff.
Yep.
Before they usually produce them. But with that said, don't get me wrong. I love Toyotas and Broncos and all that stuff too. I am a Jeep guy, but I'm also an off-roaded guy. I mean, I just like stuff.
Yeah, I am too. If I can get it back.
Just like I'm a big Porsche guy, but man, I really love other Audis and Lamborghinis.
I have 2 lifestyles that are on hold.
Toyota cars and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and they're going to be ready about the same time.
They should be. I don't know what to do at that point. So it's awesome.
This man needs help.
Yeah.
Anybody that can help him, let me know.
Yeah. No,
What does he need help with? All kinds of stuff.
All kinds of stuff. And cars.
Therapy number 1.
And cars.
And cars number 2.
There you go. Hey, I appreciate it. We are at the top of the hour, unless somebody has something specific to talk about. But
let's give 30 seconds.
all right, what do you want to do? Call them out.
I'm using my radio voice.
Call
now.
them on.
30 seconds you have to ask us a question.
Let's go through the YouTube.
On whether we continue.
Yes.
Actually, that's not a radio voice. That's more like the
I don't know what that is.
That's like
I'm
the trailer
trying to
voice.
Ignore you.
Once in a time long ago. I don't know. How's that go?
Not that for sure. So all the YouTube people doing the chat, thank you very much. This was our first time setting that up. Hopefully it worked good enough. Probably a little bit of a delay.
Will said he's going to show up on Sunday and show his ugly mug.
Great.
You know, ugly mug, dude.
All right.
We always love seeing
So
ya.
change of plans. We won't be there on Sunday.
We do have an idea, by the way, from Sean Anderson.
Yeah. What's up?
Well, apparently there's a thing that goes, and I know what he's talking about because there's some YouTubers that do that. It says what's in your wallet or what's in your pocket. So like these are like EDC kind of people and stuff. It's one of those what's in your garage. So
how long is this?
People can pop up
listed
and
to
say,
be?
well, what it is they'll talk to somebody and be like, hey, how's you doing? Hey, what's in your pocket? So they pull out all the stuff that's in their pocket. So we can talk to someone. It's like, hey, what's in your garage?
What, are they going to have to run?
Is
Are
that what
they
you're
going to have
talking
to
about,
run home and show us what's in the garage?
That would be a little weird, I suppose. Would that be weird, Sean? I'm kind of lost for words at the moment. Well, we can talk to people and they can tell us what's in their garage.
How about what's a tool you don't have in your tool bag, in your car?
I have no idea. We'll talk about this.
We'll come up with something.
We'll hash this out.
All right.
Either way, we should go around the show and ask.
Everybody's going to come join us. I've been reached out to a lot of people, and they're going to just stop by the van.
Oh, they should.
Yeah.
They should.
Yep.
They absolutely should. It might be hard to see. It's 10 feet tall.
Yeah, it's small.
And it says Craving Cars.
And we don't know where we're going to be. We just know we're going to be.
Yeah, we don't. But it's a pretty good layout of the show.
We're going to be there early enough. I can tell you where we're going to be. Right on the tree line where the U-shaped turnaround is going to be.
As long as the sun...
Kind of like we were last year.
Whatever it is, the sun needs to be to the south of us.
Yeah, but they run everything east-west.
They won't be doing that entirely exactly this year because they're not going to have vendors this year.
None?
None, not one. Not one vendor will be there.
No food, no drinks, no nothing?
No vendors.
We'll see how well that works out.
I don't know.
I don't know what
they want to concentrate.
Why would that be?
They want to concentrate it just being the show. I guess the car show.
Yeah, but it runs 4 hours.
I know. Well, it only runs
not 4 hours, but 4 hours.
It only runs from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
And you don't think people want water, food?
Well, I think they'll still have their own booth with water because they did that last time. They had like big coolers full of water and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But in reality, you should probably bring it.
I didn't see anything wrong with last year.
I didn't either.
I don't know why they'd want to change it.
Now,
I thought last year was an amazing show.
Maybe that excludes food. I don't know. Maybe they'll still have food vendors there, but like the normal vendors, like they had a lot of booths there.
Yeah.
They're not there this year. So
Interesting.
there's enough backing and enough support that the money from the vendors wasn't needed, so they didn't want to do vendors this year. Is my guess.
Okay.
So
we'll see.
We're not a vendor.
We're excited.
We are a promoter.
That's right.
So that's why we have access to the show.
There you go.
And we're going to be there live. And we hope you join us.
Yeah, please do.
Thank you so much for joining tonight. Greatly appreciate it. It is awesome to be back. Thank you very much to all of our sponsors. Once again, we are Warriors, Timely Delivery Service.
Kids and Cars,
Mod Squad, and of course, Ridgeline Motorsports.
Yep.
Thank you so much. And more importantly, to our spouses, thank you to our wives. Appreciate you so much. I think we're signing out.
We are. We're done.
We are done for the day. But just for the day, I am Corey Pratt.
I'm Chris Ruck.
And just to remember all you cravers out there,
keep craving.